So, a mild drama played out at the Senate during the screening of ambassadorial nominee Reno Omokri by the Committee on Foreign Affairs. Committee proceedings took a chaotic turn when lawmaker Ali Ndume moved a motion for nominee Reno Omokri to take a bow and go, citing his status as a former presidential aide. The motion sparked a brief row on the floor as lawmaker Adams Oshiomhole insisted on speaking before the decision was adopted, leading to a verbal exchange between the ranking senators.
Senator Ndume, are you opposed to Omokri's nomination?
No.
Senator Oshiomhole, are you opposed to the nomination?
I have seconded it over and over 100%.
So you're on the same page?
You're on the same page. I say another to put the question. Put the question.
The Secretary colleagues, a motion has been moved and seconded. Those in support say aye.
Aye.
Those against say nay.
Meanwhile, the Senate Committee on Foreign Affairs has screened former ministers Femi, Fani-Kayode and Abdulrahman Dambazau alongside other nominees for ambassadorial appointments. Also appearing before the committee were former INEC chairman Professor Mahmood Yakubu, Florence Ajimobi, and former presidential aide Reno Omokri.
The last among the nominees, Reno, is somebody that I personally know for the past 25 years, can vouch for his character. Therefore, Mr. Chairman, I again want to move that these nominees take a bow and go. I so move.
I don't know this thing.
If you want, you don't know.
It should be seconded or
You don't know. It's not seconded.
Are you the
Who was the seconder?
I'm the seconder. I'm not been called.
Now,
There's a motion on
until you are called, you cannot shut me down.
No, he's not talking to you. He wasn't talking to you.
Let the chairman preside.
He wasn't talking to you. 1 minute.
These are people.
Okay, go ahead.
There's a motion on ground. You can either defeat the motion or let it survive. But
all right, so how come you have other people have spoken?
let the chairman.
Senator Adams, he wasn't. Go ahead.
I have the authority of the chairman.
Please go ahead.
Chairman, you cannot exercise power that you don't have.
You don't exercise.
Chairman, I want to thank you, Senate leader and my colleagues.
This is how you ridicule the Senate.
I cannot be intimidated by people who go here and there.
New Central's National Assembly correspondent Sagir Ibrahim was at the closed-door screening. He joins me now for further insight as to what transpired. I mean, I was just chuckling while that conversation, that video was playing. Talk to us. After that chaotic scene you were able to capture on camera, what happened?
What happened was, in the end, the matter was sorted, and as expected, Reno Omokri took a bow and he left without any questions asked. The row, of course, commenced after Senator Ali Ndume had raised the motion, that he take the bow and go, considering the fact that he is somebody that he personally has known for 25 years. Coupled with that, he was at some point an aide to a president, having served as a special advisor, at some point in that capacity. So based on the tradition of the Senate, he'd be allowed to take a bow and go. But for Senator Adams Oshiomhole, he had some reservations, especially considering the suitability of Reno Omokri, bearing the fact that there had been issues considering, his very, very open statement and comments, about this administration before the administration got into office and even up until this point. And of course, the person being in question being the president of the country. So Senator Adams Oshiomhole really wanted to ask questions, about these issues, but then Ali Ndume also interjected to say a motion has been put. It's only natural that, the normal course of things, which is for someone else to second that motion, be done before any other addition, be put on the matter. But then Adams Oshiomhole insisted that he had to speak because the chairman of the committee had given, him the right to speak at the time. Therefore causing the row as we saw up until the chairman of the committee intervened. And then, of course, the question was put and Reno finally was allowed to take a bow and leave without questions.
What's your assessment of the proceedings so far? Has it been take a bow and go? Has there been any sort of real screening, as asking questions?
Oh, yes, Felicity, for some of these nominees, they were asked questions particularly about what strategies that they have, to put Nigeria on the spotlight and also represent Nigeria. Of course, Nigeria has been in the news for the wrong reasons in the last couple of weeks, considering the fact that the President of the United States and the United States government have labeled Nigeria a country of particular concern with regards to the insecurity and, of course, allegations of Christian persecution in the nation. So these were questions that were put to some of these nominees, of course, save for those who were former governors who had served in the capacity of minister and other high-ranking positions, who the Senate had created. These are exceptions for, bearing in mind that they had at one point or the other faced a Senate, panel or a Senate committee where they were asked questions about their competence. So for these individuals, they were asked to take about, but for others who, who haven't occupied any, maybe, of course, these questions were put and they were given an opportunity to prove what contributions that they would be bringing into the position that they are occupying, should they be given the opportunity to serve.
Sagir, I'm going to put you on the spot a bit and just dig into your experience covering the National Assembly over the years. What sense did you get of the bow and go? Was it more to avoid any form of controversy and accede to the wishes of the president, or it was more a thing of convenience, and as they are saying, these people's pedigree already precedes them?
That's a loaded question. That's a loaded question, Felicity. But what I would say is, I'll tell you what I observed, and what I observed was a lot of thanking the president for the nomination, and of course, a continuous vote of confidence in the ability of the president and in his wisdom, bearing in mind that he sent this list to this National Assembly. Initially it was 3, then another 35 came, and then I think another 34 came afterwards, making the list to be this number that it is. So I would say to a large extent, I saw the lawmakers say, they appreciate the president, they thank the president, and they believe that the president, is doing the right thing by putting these individuals, because they believe that these, are the right round pegs in round holes, or square pegs in square holes, whatever the analogy is. But then it's left to Nigerians, of course, to form their opinions of what they think about all of these issues, considering the fact that we see situations where, the lawmakers are expected to ask critical questions. And by the way, they had done that initially, because you recall, Felicity, that the retired former Chief of Defense Staff, General Christopher Musa, at some point also faced this similar incident on the floor of the Committee of the Whole, when he was screened to be confirmed as a Minister of Defense. We saw a situation where a lawmaker also came up to say, we've asked a few questions. We believe because he is a familiar face to us, we'll be given the opportunity to take a bow and leave. And in that situation, we also saw the lawmakers thank the president and also commend him for the nomination. Okay. So for me, I would say that we leave it to Nigerians to, of course, form their opinions and make their decisions about the matter.
Well, we had a lot of thanking of the president, but when you say citizens' question, will it really change anything as it stands? That's a question, a rhetorical one. Thank you very much, Sagir, for speaking with us.
Pleasure.